My name is Commander Isaac Varon, United Earth Forces, survivor of the Andros Outpost massacre. We were sent to the edge of known space to investigate an unknown energy pulse originating from the abandoned Xerian ruins on the moon Kethra 9. It was supposed to be routine, scan, record, and leave. But within an hour of landing, the pulse changed frequency. It synced with our comms, hijacking every channel. Then came the voice, female, calm, and impossibly ancient. I have been called. Who summons me? Our techs panicked. They thought it was interference, a trap. But the signal wasn't external, it was responding to me. Every time I spoke, the pulse spiked. Every time I stayed silent, it calmed. Then the attack started. A swarm of drones, Xerian relics long thought dead, rose from the sands. They didn't target the ship or the scientists. Only me, Middle, the summoning. We barely escaped the surface alive. Only 4 of us made it to orbit before the drones overwhelmed the shuttle bay. That's when the ship's AI registered a new presence aboard. Unauthorized life form detected, it said. But there was no breach. No boarding. Just a sudden surge of energy in the cargo hold. I went down alone. The others thought I'd lost it. Maybe I had. But something about that voice, it wasn't hostile. It was familiar. And there she was. The alien from the surface. Tall, silver-skinned, eyes like pools of violet fire. She stood amidst a circle of burning runes carved into the floor. The air shimmered around her like a living flame. Her armor was broken, humming faintly with dying energy. When she looked at me, it wasn't with malice. It was recognition. You called me human, she said aloud this time, her voice like static and thunder. But you have no idea who I am. I raised my weapon anyway. Identify yourself, I demanded. How did you get on my ship? She tilted her head, her expression unreadable. I am Veilith, first sentinel of the Xerian Ascendancy, guardian of the seal you awakened. The seal? I frowned. We found a power source. That's all. She stepped forward, and for a moment, her form flickered, like she wasn't entirely real. The pulse you found was no power source, Commander Varon. It was a prison, and you called me from it. My heart pounded. You were trapped there? Not trapped. Bound, she said. By your kind's ancestors. That made no sense. Humanity hadn't even reached this sector until 50 years ago. But her eyes, they burned with something beyond time. You don't know your own history, human, she continued. The ones you call ancestors were not born on Earth. They fled from the stars, from us. Middle, the truth of the ancients. We spoke for hours, though it felt like moments. She told me of an ancient war, a time when humanity was not the prey, but the predator. When humankind ruled an empire that stretched across thousands of systems. But something changed. A weapon was created. One that could erase consciousness itself. A device the Xerians called the Silence. To end the war, the surviving humans sealed away their own power, burying their memories, abandoning the stars. Earth was not humanity's cradle, it was their cage. Veilith had been one of the sentinels created to watch over the seal, to make sure it was never disturbed. And I, through sheer chance, had awakened her. Why me? I asked. Why react to my voice? Her eyes softened. Because your blood remembers, even if your mind does not. I didn't want to believe her, but deep down, something felt right. The pulse, the resonance, the sense of familiarity. It all made sense now. She approached me, her hand hovering just above my chest. The echo sleeps inside you. The inheritance of your kind. That is why I felt your call. Her fingers brushed my skin, and suddenly, visions flooded my mind. I saw fleets of human ships wreathed in light, entire worlds bowing before a single human emperor. Then the sky turned red, the stars went dark, and a chorus of voices screamed in silence. When it ended, I was on my knees, gasping. "You remember now," she whispered. "Middle, the threat returns." Before I could respond, the ship's alarms blared. "Multiple hostiles inbound," the AI announced. "Xerian war forms detected." Valeth's expression turned cold. "They come to finish what your kind began." Dozens of energy signatures approached on the scanner. Ancient drones, their programming still loyal to the Ascendancy. They had tracked her signal, ready to destroy both of us. "Can you fight them?" I asked. She gave a faint, sorrowful smile. "Not alone. My strength is tied to the one who called me." I understood instantly. Whatever power I had awakened, it was shared. If we were to survive, I had to unseal what slept inside me. She placed both hands on my temples, eyes blazing white. "Do not resist, human. Remember who you were." And then everything exploded. Climax, the Echo Awakens. It felt like a second sun ignited inside my mind. Memories surged, battles, victories, lifetimes I had never lived. My vision blurred, replaced by streams of alien data, human commands, energy flows. When I opened my eyes, I wasn't Isaac Varen anymore. I was something older. My armor reformed from light itself, my veins pulsing with the same energy that powered the ship. Valeth stepped back, awe flickering in her gaze. "You are awake." The drones broke through the hull. Energy bolts tore through the corridors. I raised my hand instinctively, and a pulse of light disintegrated them mid-flight. The ship groaned under the pressure, but the energy inside me grew stronger. "Your kind feared this power," Valeth said. "That is why they sealed it away." "I see why," I muttered. "It's too much." "Then let me share the burden." She clasped my hand, merging her essence with mine. A surge of light enveloped us both. Together, we unleashed a wave that vaporized every hostile craft within range. The scanners went silent. And so, for the first time in 10,000 years, a human and a Xerian stood side by side again, ending the choice. When the light faded, the ship was dead. The engines were gone, the crew evacuated, and we were drifting above Kethra 9. Valeth looked out the viewport at the dying world below. "It has begun again. The universe will feel your awakening." I shook my head. "I don't want power. I just want peace." She gave me a faint, almost human smile. "Then you truly are different from the ones before." I turned to her. "What happens now?" "Now others will come. The Ascendancy will rise to destroy what they fear. And you must decide whether to be the weapon they remember or the protector they never had." I stared at her hand, metallic, trembling slightly, and placed mine atop it. "I won't run from it," I said. "But I won't become what they were either." She looked at me for a long moment, then nodded. "Then you will need me." "Why?" "Because I was not just their sentinel," she said softly. "I was your protector. Once, long ago." My breath caught. "You knew me?" "I served you, commander of the First Dawn. You called me human because I was yours to call." I felt the truth in her words, deep in my bones, older than my name, older than Earth itself. The stars outside seemed to shimmer brighter, as if the universe was listening. "Then let's finish what they started," I said. Valeth smiled, the same hum of grief and hope echoing through the air. "As you command, my human." And as our ship drifted into the endless void, the pulse of the ancient seal flared once more, a signal echoing across the stars. The humans had awakened.